I've been trying to make a more conscious effort in incorporating more joy and connection into my life, because for so many years I didn't allow myself to have joy or connections. But feeling like every day needs to be like a day where we work hard, where we're trying to get somewhere, where we're trying to accomplish something, or just doing things in our business or cleaning the house. Like, it's like we grew up with beliefs that like every day just needs to be hard, like we need to work hard, and that, at least for me, like personally, my dad was very much a workaholic, still is, and he kind of has ingrained into me to almost not really enjoy pleasure. Like, there's no AC in the house. I used to sleep on the floor. So pleasure, like comfort and relaxing, wasn't really looked upon as good. Instead, it was kind of looked on as like lazy. So for most of my life, I had this belief that like pleasure was almost like kind of bad, to enjoy yourself. And honestly, to tell you the truth, if I wouldn't even look, I would make sure I didn't look like I was even having that much fun, because that meant to me, if it looked like, if somebody saw me like really expressing, like laughing, playing, and like rolling around, it meant that I wasn't working hard enough. I wasn't a hard worker, because I was allowing myself to like have fun where I should be, doing something or achieving something. So, this is just something, if you struggle to, if you notice that you don't really have much joy in your life, ask yourself, like, why? Where does that come from? Because there's going to be some type of belief that you have around joy, which typically comes from our parents, and is likely tied to, an idea of like, that's not okay, or that you should be working harder, or that it's lazy, or something like that. So, and once you realize that, it's up to you to really change that if you want more joy in your life. And this goes with everything, like, even with food. I never used to enjoy myself with food. I would just have the most boring, blandest foods, and I wouldn't even give it any time. Like, I would just put food in my mouth. I wouldn't actually allow myself to sit down and enjoy the food, let alone like put flavor into it. My veggies I would just put inside the oven without any oil, and like, I thought that was just what you had to do. I just figured that suffering was part of being fit, and suffering was part of being successful, and suffering was just part of like, just doing good in life. And, it's too bad. I'm really happy that I'm now becoming aware of it, so that I don't keep wasting my life away, like just in such a workaholic and kind of suffering mode, so right now I'm really trying to connect to joy, allowing myself to have more fun, to play, to connect with girls, to really, even just little things though, like at night, like I'm playing games, I'm playing puzzles, and just even here, like just allowing myself to relax and have fun and take pleasure in sitting by the river, like, and even still, it's still hard for me to be, because my mind is still like, oh, well, you should be doing X, Y, Z. And it's like, why do I don't have to, I shouldn't be, like, why do I feel guilty for having fun or relaxing? And it's always going to come down to some type of beliefs that you were brought up with. So, and this is usually the thing that's actually standing in the way from people achieving like, great habits with food and a fun relationship in the gym, because everything, they think that getting fit has to be hard, or they think that every time they work out, it has to be hard, but it doesn't. You can actually bring joy everywhere you go. And if you're not, then there's some type of belief that needs to get cleaned out so you can. So I just wanted to share that, because I know it's something that a lot of us can relate to. It's something that I've experienced, and what I'm working on is just allowing myself to enjoy life more and to take more pleasure in things, as opposed to, feeling guilty or like letting my mind think about what I should be doing or in the past, so because the happiness and joy can only be obtained in the present moment if you allow it. So it's not something that you'll feel when you're thinking about what you have to do later or what you should have done earlier or whatever. You have to be able to just allow yourself to be here in the present, and that's when you can really connect to joy. And that's when, and this is why it's so important for us to take time to slow down, because your ability to connect with other people and create fun experiences, like I went climbing with the girls this morning, like my ability to have fun there is only going to be as deep as my ability to allow myself to have fun or to let go and to relax. And so this is why it's so important for us to spend time with ourselves, creating, allowing ourselves to relax and take care of ourselves, to love ourselves, so that we can bring love and joy to everywhere we go. So if you're struggling with, maybe you find yourself doing all sorts of, you do things with family and friends, but you still don't, it's like, it sounds like it's going to be really fun, but then afterwards you're kind of like, oh, that was okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with the other people. It's just your ability to allow yourself to have fun and relax, or connect.